from Neishlos.
One of the most powerful moments of the 2022 March of the Living was the lighting of a torch of hope by Eitan Neishlos, and a third-generation descendant of a Holocaust survivor, and the March of the Living ambassador to the Gulf states, His Excellency Ahmed Mansoori from the United Arab Emirates, who is also the founder of the first Holocaust memorial in the Arab and Muslim world, which is called the Crossroads of Civilizations Museum. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Your participation here last year truly inspired millions around the world to believe that together we can defeat hate and promote tolerance. How did the march impact you?
Exactly 1 year ago, immediately prior to coming to the march, I stood at the House of Lords in London, and there I accepted the torch of remembrance from Holocaust survivor Eve Kruger. And we had a historic first. We invited Caroline, a descendant of a Nazi, third generation.
Oh my goodness.
And there, we didn't have one dry eye in the room. And I had a moment of enlightenment, understanding the importance of reconciliation and addressing the intergenerational trauma of the third generation and beyond. And so I asked myself a question: how can this torch of remembrance become a torch of divine truth, of peace and of unity? And how better form of an expression to invite His Excellency Ahmed Mansoori to join me at the march, to lead the march on behalf of the third generation, and light the torch of remembrance as a symbol of peace and of unity. And so I walked in through the gates of hell with a friend, and I walked out with a dear Muslim brother.
It's wonderful and very touching. And His Excellency?
Thank you very much. It was a great impact when I came here at so many levels. At one level is personal level, also regional level, also international level. Personal level, it was very educative for me. I mean, to see it, to experience. I mean, the worst genocide against humanity, which had happened to the Jews at that time, coming from an area that we don't talk much about it. We have known about the Holocaust. We know about the Aryan Doctor and Hitler and what they have done, but I have never seen the experience. But when I went there, went to concentration camps, went to the places, still there are certain images that stays with me there, and it helped me a lot also to improve my exhibition there about the Holocaust. And that exhibition, which we have started it in 2021, April 8th. That was Yom Hashwa at that time. We had a commemoration, also the gallery, and we added more stories. Also, there's another side of it. It's the side of the hope, because for people who are denying Holocaust, for people who are refusing to talk about the Holocaust, this was something that it's a historical thing happened here. Being here, experiencing here, is totally much better than going to visit, simulations or museums on that,
Absolutely.
as Ambassador Friedman was saying. So, but at the end, now we are together. Arabs and Jews, Muslims and Jewish people, hand by hand, side by side, swearing and having the covenant, the bond to stop and this to not happen again, never ever to happen again. On the international level, right after the March of the Living, I was honored to be invited by His Holiness the Pope to join with my Israeli friends to go talk only about the Holocaust. And exactly 1 month, and from 18th April and 18th of May, I was there in the Vatican. And for the first time, we took gifts there from the Holocaust, and they are permanently in the Museum of the Vatican. Regional level, this also, if I talk about it just very briefly, it helped many people to understand more, because it opened the conversation. The whole idea is about communication conversation. And, and how can we move forward, and try to really focus on the hope. And I have a section about the hope, about the righteous among the nations. Yeah, about that.
I would like to follow up with you, Your Excellency, and ask you about last year, just a year ago, you hosted an historic event in Dubai that marked the 84 years since the Kristallnacht. How was that event received there?
It was a very powerful event, with my brother Eitan and with March of the Livings. We've organized this event, and we expected, less people coming there. By the time there, we have local media, people from the local community. We have the children, the students, my children also. They were involved in it, lighting the torch there.
Very nice.
Of course, the message should go back, also continuous message, and and it was live. In Israel and all around the world. So I was very honored to host, the March of the Living, the international event for the Kristallnacht in the museum. And that event paved the way for my last event in January for the International Day of Holocaust. I had double the size people came, more people from the Arab world and from the local community, and more people are asking about the Holocaust more and learning more about it. So such events, it's very important. For us, peace is not about political, economic, or defense. These are only important to pave the way. For us, it's a complete. We take it completely in a compassionate way.
Eitan, exactly a year ago, you stood here with a shoebox containing memories that your grandmother had during the Holocaust. Just a few months after that, you joined the March of the Living, the campaign specifically Soul to Soul, a campaign that's dedicated to the restoration of the deteriorating shoes of children who were murdered during Auschwitz, particularly here in Birkenau. Can you explain the significance of that mission? Does it bring you any kind of a solace over what happened to your grandmother and millions of others?
About 3 years ago, I was sitting in my mother's lounge, and there I discovered a shoebox of memories that my late grandmother, Tamara Zisserman, of blessed memory, left for us. And there she chronicles her harrowing survival story. At the tender age of 11, the Nazis rounded up her entire family, the entire Jewish community in Belarus, marched them to their graveyards and shot them dead or alive, buried. And the Chodasevich family, a religious Christian family, saved her. They hid her in the chimney. And they paid the ultimate price when the Nazis discovered them for their role, marched them while they were holding their 6-month-old baby to the very graveyard where my family are buried, and shot them there.
That is just unbelievable. I know we'll hear more from you later. I could talk to you far longer, but right now we need to go to the next event. So thank you both so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.